Hello folks, Jed here and welcome back to Top Drives, and today we are doing something kind of different, and emphasis on kind of. Previously I did some videos on Top Drives, just really casually playing the game, didn't really give out any useful information, so I decided I should probably try and change that. So today we're gonna go to these events here, and I'm pretty much gonna give you guys some quick tips on what to use, which cards are good for certain events and which are not. So yeah, we're gonna start off with the one which I actually came up with the idea for, and that being the ignition thing. So this is actually pretty straightforward. You need to have 5 ultra rare cards, which I do. Actually, I only this is probably like my best rarity tier in terms of variety and all that, because I do have some cool ultra rare stuff. So let's go through that. So I'm gonna show you guys my hand. Also, I got this out of a ceramic after opening like 30 ceramics and selling a whole lot of stuff from my garage, which I really do kind of regret. But I did also get some ultra rare stuff from those ceramics. So here is my setup for the ignition event. It's the 17 boxer because it's a good all-rounder. Granted, it's not really that great for drags because it has pretty shit mid-range acceleration, but we have that. Also, this is a full-on drag card. The Tuscan convertible has pretty much best 0 to 60 out of any car in B class, except the Jaguar, which actually has like a really shitty mid-range acceleration. So this is probably better than which one? Hold on. I'm just gonna show you guys which car actually just like has the best acceleration stat on B class. There you go. Even though it's like not very useful for the drag events, this one, there you go, the D type. It's not really all that great, even though the tires on that car have changed from slick to performance in the last update. But yeah, so that's 2 of the cars. The Tuscan is really good, unless it's there isn't any drag related I guess races, in which case you are screwed. So here's one of the best all-rounders, the 340R, which actually had its RQ reduced from 22 to 21, makes it really useful. Obviously this event is RQ limited, so you will need to have some I guess lesser RQ cards, because otherwise it would be just full of RQ 22 cards, but that's not the way it goes. So the other 2 cards are actually the Ford Escort Rally Spec and the Megane. And the reason why I have these 2 here is because they are pretty good all-rounders, but also they both have, as you guys can see, medium ride height, which is actually really important because there are multiple track sets and some of them do have city streets 2 times, and yeah, you really want to have that. So as you guys can see, city streets 2 times, so there you go. Okay, so this is I guess my hand is not completely optimal for this because I do have the TVR, which we'll use on Hairpin Road here, but the other stuff, I mean, I guess we might have this one, so let's go for it. So one thing which I did realize is that the Escort, even though it has off-road tires, which on paper, I mean, which probably should be worse than performance tires in dry conditions, on asphalt, it actually beats the Megane, so we're gonna put that there. As you guys can see, there is a slight difference here in the stats. This one has 96 grip and mine has 97, so that means that this car is maxed on engine and chassis, which is not super optimal, at least not for slaloms, so we should have that as well. Now, I could put the TVR there on Twisty Road and it would still win, but because this thing has much better 0 to 60, plus it has better mid-range, we're gonna go ahead and put the Boxster there, and then put that thing on there, and we're gonna just suicide the last one and lose it. Oh well though. So there you go. As you guys can see, this thing's gonna I mean, obviously the Megane is a grip monster, But on city streets is actually, you know, the 0 to 60 is more important than the grip, I would say. So on slalom we should edge this out just slightly, and indeed we do. I think we might have this by 2 stars actually. I mean, the Z8 obviously has better 0 to 60, but the grip is just not there for the Z8, so we will end up winning this. I'm actually not sure about the mid-range on the Z8. I don't think it's terrible, like the M Coupe should probably be better than that, but still. Okay, we only won by 50, but that was kind of close. So on the hairpin road, I'm not super sure if we got this, because, you know, the grip... I mean, we are actually not doing too bad here. It's probably gonna be close. We're probably just gonna accelerate at the end and just slightly edge out the Martini, which actually isn't maxed on chassis, as you guys can see. I don't know, I just prefer... I actually have a 911 Martini, which is maxed on engine and chassis, just because, you know, those 3 grip actually really help out. And obviously we have the inferior version of the Megane here, so we'll lose this one, but only by 50, so we still get to win by 2 stars, which is good. So there you go. Okay, I'm probably gonna end up being like in the top 5 at the end here, definitely in the top 10. I could possibly try to go to the top 2, but it's only a ceramic either way, so not really too much of a difference. There you go. Let's have one more. So one really easy way to search for easy targets is just to check if they have a low, medium, a low right height car on any of the city streets, because that's pretty much an instant win if, you know, your other stuff is vaguely okay. But on this one, doesn't seem like it. Okay, so let me find one here. I think that we actually have. Yeah, we have this one covered. So he actually put the Porsche there, which is actually maxed out in the same way as ours on fast circuit, which is cool. But as I've said many times, that Porsche mediocre and mid-range. So we're gonna put the TVR there, and let's see on city streets. The Escort is gonna beat the Renault, and the Renault is gonna beat that Evo. And on hairpin road, okay, we can just put this one there, and then have that thing. Like that TVR that he has on karting circuit is actually why would you put that on that? Because it has like really terrible grip. So this one we actually win. Okay, that was surprising. There you go. It's just like slingshot past the Porsche at the very end. There you go. We do have this one, which is kind of surprising because, you know, there is kind of a huge difference in grip there. But I mean, okay, I'm fine with that. I think that we should have 3 stars now, which is cool, you know. I'm actually maxing out some of my uncommon and common cars for future events there, so it's pretty cool. Actually, the Elise can hold its own in this event, so there you go. And just ignore the chat there. That's my friend. There you go. I'm gonna reply to that later. Right now, I'm busy fucking playing mobile games, okay? Whatever. As you guys can see, the TVR is pretty useless there, so we we get 3 stars, which is cool. Here we go, top 4 already. That was kind of easy. So the Vauxhall event, just in my opinion, was kind of awful, just because like, well, I didn't have any Vauxhalls. I just sold. I mean, I actually fused the one semi-useful one which I had because I knew that it was, you know, pointless anyway. This dude actually has a low right height car on city streets, so yeah, we are coming for you. I mean, we're probably gonna lose you know, stuff elsewhere, but yeah, actually I want to see if the Escort can actually win city streets versus like the better Megane, which actually has very similar stats. Is this even maxed? No, it's not, because this thing is like 4.5 0 to 60 when it's maxed, I'm pretty sure. Yep, okay, there you go. I mean, even though I would probably max this on the weight and chassis, not engine and chassis, because, you know, it's a grip monster. Like 97 grip is a fucking lot. Obviously we're gonna take this one, and we're gonna, I think, take this one, and we're gonna tie that one. It's probably, I mean, really, the City Cities event on which he has a low right height card is pretty much, you know, the most crucial. This one we do not have, which is fine. I mean, I maxed my Tuscan just, you know, in a way that it would benefit on drags, because, like, I'm not really gonna use it for, you know, events that talent super fast. So let's see, do we have this one? We actually do. That's surprising. So it would probably be really fucking close if the Megane was actually maxed. That's good to know, actually. Might come in handy. This one, I guess we can just, like, you know, see what happens when he hits the fucking red thing. There you go. That's probably at least 100. There you go. That's good enough. So we pretty much got this one in the back already. Yep, fairly easy. I mean, the Sylvia is super useful, actually, like, probably one of the best ultra rare cars, definitely when it comes to off-roading, and this one is a tie, so we get to win by 2 stars yet again, which is great. There you go. Top 3, hell yeah. I guess we can try going for the other guy, the Luca person. Yeah, I guess we can might as well try. But I'm not super sure if we actually have him. I guess we can see, just for the fuck of it. I mean, even if I lose, like, who really cares? And we actually have a properly maxed Megane now, so we are gonna go ahead and give that thing a shot on city streets. So on Hairpin Road, what should we have? I mean, there's a whole lot of stuff that's gonna beat this thing. I actually want to put this on the quarter mile, because I know that that's gonna win. I'm gonna put... I'm not gonna put the Megane there. I'm gonna put this thing. Might win by more than 50. We're gonna put this here. This is gonna be a tie. We're gonna lose that one, and we should have this one, even though it has worth 0 to 60. But obviously the 340R is only really useful in pretty much everything that's on, you know, dry and, you know, tarmac. But it is very much useless in half-mile and, you know, 1-mile drags, so we only win by 50 there. I guess this is the more interesting one, really. I am not super sure we have this, but it really would be nice if we did. And we actually have it, what the fuck? Now that's a shocker, because I was actually using the Escort just because it has medium ride height. I really had no idea. Also, we actually win this one. Okay. I didn't think that he would have, you know... I thought that he would have the engine and weight maxed like me, but he didn't, so that's cool. That's why you max the drag cars on engine and weight. Only 50? Only 50. Nice. So I actually managed to win by 2 stars, so I might actually have a shot at the top 2 here. You're just, like, slightly gonna edge it at the end, which is cool. There you go, 2 stars. Hell yeah. I'm actually gonna make a play here. And the Daniel guy, I don't think we have him. I really do not. Like, he only lost, like, what, 2 times? Yeah, there's not a chance in hell that we get to catch that dude. Anyway, I guess I can also give you guys some tips for the fucking France event. I'm not gonna try to pronounce it because I'm gonna butcher it, but pretty much just have Bugattis. If you don't have Bugattis, like, you're fucked here. I guess we can have a racer too. So here's my setup. Obviously the Megane being the best Renault that I have. I do not have any 4-wheel drive cars, but you really should have at least... actually, I'm gonna show you guys which cars you should definitely use in this event. If you have them for the Renault. And it's pretty much these two. Like the Safran, which you actually absolutely need to use for this event, and you need to also max it out because there is some 0 to 150 races in which none of the cars which I personally have, none of the hot hatches actually managed to hit that number, so you definitely need to use this car if you don't have any of the Bugattis or this. Actually, I don't think this one manages to hit 150, so either you have this or you use this in the French event. Also, this one is pretty useful because it also has 4-wheel drive, but yeah, let's go ahead and disappoint ourselves here. So there you go. This is actually one of the ones which we could possibly have a shot. I mean, kind of. You know what, let's give this one a shot, why the hell not? So, on karting circuits, my car is maxed, the Clio, the 220 is actually maxed on chassis and weight, so we should have a slight edge on that versus that thing. On twisty road, actually I'm not sure how my car is maxed. Okay, it's like that, so it's everything but weight. I mean, I guess we can just do that. We will lose this one. We will lose that one, yeah, which I'm not really looking forward to. Actually, let me try something. I'm gonna put the only rear-wheel drive car that I have on twisty road because it should be better in rain than front-wheel drive. I guess we'll see. We're gonna lose that one. We should be able to win this one, but I'm not super sure about it. And we're definitely losing versus that thing. Actually, I probably could have switched those and like have a better chance there, but I didn't, so let's see. I think that we should just slightly be able to edge this one out, I hope. No, it's actually a tie. I mean, hey, it's better than losing, so I guess I'll take it. This one, I think we should have. I think we should, and I think we do actually. I mean, it's gonna be close, obviously, but rear-wheel drive is just way better in the rain, and obviously four-wheel drive will demolish either of these cars, even if the stats of the actual cars are not that great. There you go. We're actually doing that. Hell yeah. Hopefully this does not end up in a tie, but hey, a tie is better than losing, so this one we'll lose, obviously, even though his Megane is actually not maxed. And the other thing, I forgot the name, but do we have this one? We actually do, so it's gonna be a tie. Perfect. But yeah, this thing, the Megane 275, I'm just gonna call it that, is not maxed either, so we actually could have had him, but that didn't end up being the case, so it's a draw. Fine, let's have another race here. I'm just gonna skip the daily event because honestly, who really gives a shit? Okay, now we have this thing, so let's see. Obviously, we would get destroyed in either of those because he has four-wheel drive cars on the gravel and dirt, so let's not do that. I guess I can just show you guys why you really need to have this Safran here, because I'm gonna get demolished, but at least you guys might know what not to do in this particular event. So on 1 mile drag, even though this thing actually has better 0 to 60, the Renault will accelerate ahead, even though mine is not maxed optimally. I will get destroyed in the G-force test because well, he has standard tires, I do not, so that's a goner. Also one thing, let's just put this thing here. We're gonna lose this one anyway. One thing to keep in mind, if you put this thing on city streets, do not has slow ride height, which was kind of surprising to me, but fair enough, I guess. There you go. I mean, we actually could have had him if, you know, we actually had a four-wheel drive car, but we do not, so let's just see. This thing is gonna eventually accelerate ahead, just like slightly. It's slow though, like it's really slow, but you get the idea. The 220 has better mid-range acceleration than the Megane, and we can just watch ourselves just like slowly go behind. Actually not by that much, because there is a bit of a, you know, grip difference, even though the tires not optimal, but here comes the fun one. Yeah, bye. Like 300. Yeah, pretty much 300. I mean, I don't think we are making a comeback on this one, but we should have this one, which is something. And I think that we should also have the next one, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think we should. And we do, badly. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of Top Drive's event strategy, or whatever the fuck I'm gonna name it. If you guys want to see more of this, let me know. I mean, I'm probably gonna end up, you know, doing more stuff like this, just because it actually, you know, it gives me an opportunity to provide you guys with some info about the game, which, you know, I think might benefit you if you want to watch my stuff on Top Drive. So there you go. Thank you guys for watching. My name's Jerry, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.